And Jimbo man. Sorry for the delay. It was getting kind of late yesterday. If you're coming here from the Indian River Jack video, I decided to wait for the rest of the day and just start filming again tomorrow after playing with some of the knives a little bit and getting some hand time on them, and also just so that the lighting situation could get fixed. I have the whole day today. I'm doing basically nothing but fondling knives and filming Jimbo TV, so let's get right to it, guys. My buddy John was super cool yesterday, and we met up for lunch, and he ended up lending me 5 knives. I gave him 3, he gave me 5 to check out, and the first one that we're going to be looking at comes from this very big tube. If you can see, it's much taller than normal. This is the number 23. This is a 2013 version, lockback of the Grizzly cut bone. And you'll see here, I think the total number made should be on here. Yes, this is number 13 of only 25 made in this handle cover. And look at that Grizzly cut. Oh my goodness. Those are such massive jigs. So cool. Look at, almost dropped this knife. It's heavy. It's hefty. I cannot fit this in a pocket slip, let's say. It's just too ridiculous. Maybe it looks like it'll go in there, but it's just so big and thick and everything, it's too wide for it. So, let me put this next to a normal slip joint just to give you like a sense of how big this thing is. Here's my Soda Scout, number 15. Look at this monster. I mean, it's a full-size knife, and which is kind of nice because, we'll get back to that in a second. The sound of this thing. Did you hear that? Oh my god! But I mean, when you not only does this lockback have create this cool little like thumb rest here, but man, it's like a real freaking knife. It's like I'm holding a. This thing's like more intense than the GEC actually, when it's locked up like this, and there's absolutely zero. I mean, it's locked up like a freaking bank vault. It's really something. I have never had a lockback slip in my life, and you'll notice there, that's how you disengage it. You just lift this thing all the way up till it's flush, and then the thing comes free, and you don't have to be scared at all of this thing then coming in, because I was kind of like this with my hand, but it doesn't actually snap closed until very early on, and I'm going to try to keep my fingers fully clear of the path here, because hopefully it'll make the sound. Woo! You see how smoothly that all came closed, and then once it finally goes all the way shut, this thing smacks up against the spring. There is actually a little bit of damage on the spring from that. I mean, that just seems to be unavoidable. If this piece of metal is constantly slapping right into it. But man, is that cool. And sometimes you'll get some snaps just... Hang on. It always sounds kind of different, which is cool. Depending on the orientation of the knife, depending on how fast or slow you close the thing. Sometimes it gets kind of delayed. But man, is it satisfying. And it kind of, when it does it, it just kind of, the sound of it, like, really rings in your ears. It makes your eardrums vibrate. It's like it's a completely unique experience that I was unaware of, before ever getting a lockback GEC in my hand. I'm not sure if they're all like this snappy. He also had a 42 in some beautiful reclaimed wood. Oh, God, I'm sorry. That's just so cool, right? Now, my buddy John is also a big cook. He chefs it up a lot. And he has some very sweet patina going on here. I think he said he's cut many a steak with this thing. And it's just got a gorgeous natural patina. Well done, sir. Well done. I gotta say, this is, and he had to say the same thing, that this knife definitely comes from a different era of GEC. 2012, 2013, you know, I had a rust red Weaver's Jack, and that, you know, I think that was a 2012, and man, because I remember it came with this same kind of card. They don't include these anymore with the knives, or maybe they just include these certificates of authenticity on numbered runs, because that was also a numbered run. But you know, they don't really do numbered bolster runs anymore, so you know, actually no, come on, that's a lie. They did the beer barrel oaks, the charred barrel oak, last year for the Beer Scouts, but that was a run of 250 knives, so 10 times the amount of number, and this was only 25. So, you know, maybe they did 25 of another handle, maybe 25 of a third, but that's still only 75 and 25 of each. It definitely makes them a lot more rare and cool. And can you believe he got lucky number 13? How gangster is that? Boom. So sick. Anyway, figured I'd just compare this to a couple knives real quick before I move on to the next video, for your guys' viewing pleasure. It actually probably makes a lot more sense to compare this to the 71 that I got from my buddy Alex, because it's also a drop point, it's also a big work knife, and it's also a rather large GEC. You know, if you compare this to either, it's about the same size as the 38, but it's just kind of a lot more beefy. Definitely bigger than the 15 here. Way bigger. But the 23 lockback still trumps this bitch. Look at that shit. Oh, sorry man. I just started cursing out of nowhere, and I really try not to do that on videos anymore. Unfortunately, it's just like my really horrible true self coming through there. Here's a orange and apple patina, and also some oil. It's kind of shiny as hell right now. There we go, a little bit better. But look at all that darkness from the steak. I gotta get some steak game going. I used this knife yesterday. I was carrying this knife. I had my pocket slip, which I actually don't have in my pocket right now. I kind of just woke up and I'm starting to film earlier than I normally do because I have so many knives to get through. And yeah, I'm probably going to cut this one here. So, guys, thanks for checking out the 23. Sorry if these videos are a little shorter, a little less informed, a little less, you know, whatever. I've got a lot to get through today, and I really am just trying to get these on tape for, you know, posterity. So, you know, if anyone, you know, maybe it's the year 2020 and Jimbo TV is, you know, long done. Just kidding. By then I'm going to have my own knife company and the videos will be rocking along and probably better quality, hopefully. But, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to, and see, did you see how far I just swung that thing close? It really does, the spring tension really is kind of free. Kind of like this. I mean, you know, the spring is not going to close it until it gets to a certain point. So, if you're worried about that with the lockback, you don't have to be. It's not going to, unless you really frickin' use your hand and go, blah! And you know, oh, it's so cool. Even like, I don't even kind of, yeah, if you saw my finger just kind of got in the way there. Really, all the sound comes from, it's actually quite quiet. The blade hit, like, getting in there. The sound is really all this thing, so cool stuff. Guys, please like this video if you did like it. Subscribe to the channel for more. I'm always putting out videos, always doing my best to keep knives coming and going. Wish I could keep them all, but I gotta somehow get more and more on the channel. So please stay tuned, subscribe. Like I said, check out the Jimbo Mart. Check out my shop through my Amazon link if you're feeling like you need to buy something and you want to kick a few bucks my way with no cost to you. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Jimbo out.